This base is absurd.
Well, yeah, it's Factorio. What did we use down here? Oh, these are regular chemical plants, huh? All right.
We only just, like, now had
Chemical plant
twos,
because
yeah.
Of the... Yeah. Am I still...
Okay. That should do that. Should be plenty of ammonia. Then the urea gas is purified water, ammonia gas, and carbon. That can't be right. Is it a byproduct? That's a byproduct. I see. This is like chemical plant part 2s don't have 3 inputs. So ammonia gas and carbon dioxide. So the easiest way to get carbon dioxide is from coal. Is there coal anywhere down here?
I'm making the formaldehyde.
You are making formaldehyde. Okay, how much carbon dioxide do I need? Not that much. We can make liquefier 3s now. We don't have concrete bricks, do we?
No.
Probably not. No. Okay, liquefier 2s it is. I need 3 liquefier 2s and I need 2.8 coal a second. How many? 3? 3. 1, 2, 3.
I swear it better be on fire.
Okay, let's, I'm just gonna make the carbon dioxide over here. Carbon dioxide. So I've been watching a YouTube channel lately that you might find interesting.
Really?
Given your fishing exploits.
Oh no, I do not find fishing interesting at all.
It's not really a fishing channel, because I wouldn't be watching it if it was a fishing channel. Because I also do not find fishing interesting. But it is a I'm trying to figure out how to describe it. It's a sailing channel, sort of.
Okay.
Which is kind of weird, and like a weird YouTube rabbit hole led me down this path. Because I've watched a lot of YouTube channels where people make stuff. Like I watch a couple woodworking channels. I watch a couple like people who like make stuff with metal and whatnot. But that led me to a channel where it's like two dudes in Massachusetts that are building a gigantic wooden sailboat in their backyard from like the ground up, like cutting down the trees to make the boat, which is like insane. But that somehow led me to this channel, which I started watching on a whim, and it's kind of sucked me in. But it's like three people and then a rotating group of other people with them, sort of, that are sailing around the world isn't the correct term, because they're sailing around the world at like the slowest pace possible.
All right, that must be nice.
Yeah, and when I started watching it, it's like I couldn't figure out how they managed to like accomplish this, like how they didn't just like run out of money.
Yeah.
And it turns out that they basically have several times. Like early on. Like it started with just three people. And they decided they sailed from somewhere in Mexico to like New Zealand, basically.
Well, that's a small trip.
Yeah. You know, and that was their first run, and obviously somewhere in there they ran, like at the end of that they ran out of money. But like apparently the early on they would basically go and sail until they've run out of money, and then they would like store the boat and then go make go work for a living, like
at like a random place,
at whatever, basically not necessarily wherever they were at, but like
okay,
they would just go off and find jobs wherever they could make money and save up money, and then come back and do it again until they ran out of money. And the guy who started it like said that I was reading up on it. They got 2 years off of the original push. He quit his job and sold everything he owned to buy the boat so that they could do this, basically. But now their YouTube channel got popular enough that they started a Patreon. And the Patreon is like a per video Patreon, not like a monthly Patreon.
Yeah.
And I looked at their Patreon page, and they're getting $13,000 a video. And I'm just like, holy shit. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to set up a Patreon. We're just going to go tour amusement parks all across first we'll start out in the United States, and we'll go to the world. You know. We'll get a little RV.
It's such a like
still
after watching these videos though, like because I went back and I started watching from like the very first video they put out. It's such an interesting lifestyle. I don't know that I could do it. Mostly because I think I'd probably be vomiting all the time. But
yeah, so like when you're on like a I've only gotten airsick once. And that was on a small plane. I've never really felt like boat sick.
Okay. Have you ever been like?
I've never been like I've never been like on like a big ass boat. But I've been on like boats on Lake Michigan, like small like fishing boats.
Have you ever been on a
obviously.
boat on the ocean?
On the ocean, no.
Okay. Man, it's probably been years at this point. But well, it would have been since probably I was in high school, I think. Several times in Boy Scouts, we went deep sea fishing.
Okay, that's interesting.
You can like anywhere over here, like Ocean City, Maryland. I think we went out of Ocean City, Maryland both times. You can just like there's boats that just go out and like they're big. They're like the size of a ferry maybe.
Okay.
And you go out on those. Every time I went, I was sick. Like, I mean, they're big boats, but they're not the size of like they're bigger than like what these people are sailing on. Like they're sailing on like they have 7 people on the boat where I'm at watching it, and they had to stretch to get 7 people.
I must have missed a pipe somewhere. So I got the meth. I got the meth pretty much just all the way. Oh, that's where I missed the pipe. Dunk. So I put a big ass tank up by you.
Okay.
And that's where the meth is going.
Okay.
Not excuse me. Obviously, not the meth. The formaldehyde.
Got it.
Yes. Hold on, I gotta wait for a train to pass. Or figure out where. Oh no, train's gone. Now, like I was on a like a tour boat on Lake Superior, actually back in September, and a lot of people were getting seasick, and I was, I was pretty okay. I was out actually in the back of the boat taking pictures and trying not to lose my my pro camera, but. Actually, I got some pretty cool pictures out there also. But we were out by out in the UP. If anyone out there by what do you call it? There's like a national, it's like a national seashore or something that's got like a bunch of rock formations and stuff that boats go out and take tours of and stuff. All right, so there's your formaldehyde. Where do you need it plugged in at?
So I haven't gotten that. I'm still making the urea or whatever.
All right. And we'll be right back.
I
I'm
was
chewing
on
on.
a. It's been a couple years now, I think, but I was on like a speed ferry. I don't know what it's technically called, but
Okay.
on Lake Erie a
Okay.
couple years ago. I surprisingly didn't get sick on that, even though like on the way out it was really smooth, but it had gotten kind of
Mm-hmm.
like the winds had really picked up on the way back, so I was kind of surprised. Um,
Yeah, I know this particular the boat I took out on Lake Superior. Um, that one, like they were like basically like preparing people. Like there's going to be rough. I guess they called them seas. Rough waters today. Um, it was actually like just below what they would normally cancel a tour at.
got it.
And so they're like, yeah, take some Dramamine, and they like had like bags and stuff like that available for people to vomit in.
I think the other part of other than obviously like the motion of the boat that made me sick when I was deep sea fishing was that the bait was just like squid, and it just smelled horrible because it's not like fresh squid that you would
No,
consume.
nope, fresh squid. It is not. Nah, I don't think in spot on fishing. I don't think we've ever really particularly used like a really smelly bait.
Right.
Not one that I can recall, at least off the top of my head.
Okay, I am making the chemical plants needed to combine our two things into
All right.
liquid resin. It's like 14 of them, though.
Oh, why did I do that? I have a stack.
We'll do it over. Where did you put the tank? Up here? Where
It's
did
like
you...
up to your left. There, it's up on the left side of the map.
Oh, yeah, I see it there. Okay, so maybe we'll do this right in here. Then... These things are really slow to build. 4, 5, 6, 7. Four, 5, 6, 7.
A lot of gas mains over here. A lot of pipelines.
Yeah, right? It's kind of absurd.
Mm-hmm. There we just gonna close off Facebook. You don't need no Facebook. Oh, you probably want a pump here.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know that it matters.
Oh, good, because I can't make one.
I guess we're gonna need a tank to put the resin in, and then we're gonna have to set up the stuff to turn the resin, the liquid resin into like usable resin.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I gotta go plug this stuff in somewhere. Okay. There's that one. That's not right. Nope, that is right.
Interesting. They made the urea gas purple.
I guess it is kind of purple. I think they're kind of like looking at like the way they're making the colors of the gas is based off of the colors of the gas that they set up going into it.
Oh.
Like oxygen is red, hydrogen is white, and nitrogen is blue. The urea gas is made out of... I think carbon dioxide is also... Well, carbon dioxide would be made out of carbon and oxygen, technically. Oxygen is red. Urea gas is made out of ammonia, which is nitrogen and hydrogen. So, red and blue things combining to make up something purple.
Yep.
Okay, so we are making liquid resin.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is actually running. I'm a little bit shocked.
Yeah.
I thought I might have messed up one of these things somewhere.
And then I've got... So do you want to bust the resin?
Yes, we should probably bust the resin.
So then let's see where we got. Where's all the stuff going back? Oh, that's going back this way. So then actually... So I got 3 of these. Random pipe in the way.
Well, we have to. Yeah. Well, we have to make the resin as well. It should be 6 assembly machines, I believe. This seems dumb. Why am I doing this way?
You know what? We're gonna do this. You don't want me to do it above, right?
What?
You don't want me to do it above.
Above
right?
where?
Like right above.
You can do it right where you're at.
Okay. All right.
There should be more than enough room here, right?